All right, we are officially live once again. Welcome into anybody watching. Let's get it, baby. Another day. Good morning, Rin. Welcome back. Let's go. All right. Market officially opened. So we have a news announcement in about 15 minutes. Let's see what happens. Might be an interesting spot to go short. Not a good signal bar though. We have this leg working up, break, test at a new high. That signal bar had finished not as a doji. I would have liked to probably go short there, honestly. Second entry long formed. Second entry long failed. Okay. See if we work down lower. Could be a double trap with a potential for an entry to go long, but looks like we're just working lower. We get a lower high here, it'll confirm the bearish pressure, selling pressure. Good morning to anyone joining the stream. Okay, lower high coming. We're still not touching the EMA though. It looks like a failure might be coming. Gonna get my limit order prepared. What's going on, TT? What's going on, Bill? Welcome back once again. Good to see you in here. Now we gotta respect this leg working up as well. Could be a lower high confirming the second entry long. Or a higher low. My bad. Not a great looking signal bar though. Yeah, news at 6:45. So yeah, when we have news announcements like this, it definitely makes sense to not force any trades. But if a perfect setup occurs, I mean the price action rules are still gonna be followed. And then you might just catch a runner, but you definitely just got to make sure you're going in the you're trading in the right direction. So it's a risk, but sometimes the risks can pay off. All right, we're just way too stacked at the moment to even consider taking any trade. I mean, we'll see how much movement we really get once the news announcement hits. All right, 5 more minutes till the news. Let's see if we can fit any wide term downtrend. So maybe we have something like that valid, but it really just looks like a wedge is coming in. Like something like that. Which makes sense with the news. But we did have this nice leg up and we just matched the high. We didn't get a completely new high. We might be targeting the 64, 65 price level. Yeah, so it looks like we broke lower for now. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Hope everyone's having an amazing morning. Get it started off right with some good trades. Friday. It's always a good day to not force anything and go into the weekend with the right mindset. So, I mean, it depends, but to answer your question, Bill, usually if there's just 3 or so bars that look like they're in a line, I like to draw the short-term trend channels. But for example, if we're looking at these five green bullish bars, you can tell that there is a bit of an overshoot just because if you look, it looks like a parabolic move or exponential move. So even if you draw your trend channel and you have something like that, it still will show you that there's an overshoot, because we actually had a first entry long, second entry long formed, and then that obviously failed, and that's probably because people tried to draw their trend channels like this. But if you pay close attention, you can see that there's a lot of space on the top side here, and even if we get rid of the channel, once again, it looks too exponential to be a very, very strong and healthy move. So it really looks like we had to overshoot, and then yeah, if it looks like a healthy move with bars staying consistent, then that's when I like to draw the short-term channels. Okay, so the news announcement hit. First entry short. Might have a second entry short. bars are just way too big. It's like a 6-point risk. But it looks like we are just working to test the low of the day. Yeah, so, I mean, even like this, Bill, if I had a short-term uptrend here, it doesn't look as valid compared to something nice and neat like the leg we have working down right here. Like this fits every single bar very, very nicely. Okay, so we had a break. Testing the new low. And even though we are in a trading range right now, the overall bias is still bearish because we've just kept trading lower and lower. Honestly, this does look like a nice long entry. So the scalp portion already happened, but it looks like we had a clear break new low. And yeah, that's why if you took that long, that's why you only go for a 1-point scalp. I might take this higher low. We'll see how it finishes. But it looks like the bearish momentum is definitely taking presence. So it's better to wait for a higher low or failed second entry short before going long. We're just getting a few stack bars right now, so some longs might get trapped. Okay, looks like we didn't quite test the low of the day, but just a lot of buying pressure, a lot of selling pressure, which just creates these stacked bars. All right, so here's an example of when I would draw a short-term trend channel because we have clear 3 or so bars that are nice and concise with the nice move up. It does look like we had a micro break, new high. Might be bouncing off this downward overall trend channel. So a lot of conflicting patterns at the moment. I'm actually hoping a higher low forms right here, not to go long, but to potentially trap some longs. But the setup I was looking for didn't happen. We had a nice higher low and lower high all in one bar. So if we had broke below, came up, and then closed down somewhere here, it would have been nice to go short. But this does look like a clear break, new high, second entry short potentially. We're in the middle of the range, but we're still just making lower low or lower highs and lower lows. Not anymore. It looks like we had a clear one leg up, break, two legs up. Still want to look for another break and then test at a new high before entering any shorts now that we made it to the top side of the potential trading range. So now I do want to wait for a lower high or a failed second entry long. Hopefully we go back down lower, below the EMA. Because I'm not convinced that we're going higher just yet. So we might have a lower high right here, but it's very congested even at the top of this range just with those couple stacked bars. Yeah, failed second entry short. If we're looking from here, first entry short, second entry short, failure. I just don't know how sustainable this move up is. But let's see if we can fit a wider term. Uptrend. Maybe something like that. I'm still thinking short though. But we could just be trying to test this high up here. Stock bars once again. Hey, what's going on, Greg? No trades yet. No trades. Where'd your headset go? We could even have a wider little range like that, with the midline being where I had the top before. And then it would make sense if this is even the top of a wider trading range potentially. No, where's that second entry long? Yeah, I'm feeling good about the live streaming. I honestly feel like it's been working fine. Talking throughout the trades and my analysis live really forces me to stick to my rules, which is great. It's really TT. It's really just, I don't know, something. I guess it's really just intuition when you can widen a range. But I mean, I'm not gonna for sure leave this on. I'm just giving myself a guidance right now, just a possibility. So I'm always trying to draw different channels, different trading ranges, just to see what looks the best. And then when I see something that feels the most accurate with the most touches, then that's when I'll leave it on. But I'm always, I mean, every trader, whenever they have any drawing, it's not going to be 100% until it's proven, but you want to anticipate it while also just just doing what's the most accurate, but it comes with practice. It comes with a lot of repetition. But basically, I'm just widening the trading range because I think that it could potentially be valid, but it's not to say that we didn't have a trading range down here and then we broke out, came back down. I mean, all of the patterns that we see are valid. It's just what you want to base your trades off is basically the most valid thing that you think, or the most valid market context. Lower high potentially. Might be a little too stacked, a little too aggressive. Because yeah, this wide term trading range wasn't really proven yet, but okay, worked out for a scalp. But that's why I like to go for only 5 ticks, because even if you sometimes might not be right, the scalp is going to work a lot of the time. So the reason I took that lower high is because we had this clear trend working up, break, new high, lower high, nice bearish signal bar, and it looks like a reversal might be incoming just based on the market context, because we had this trading range, we broke out of it. Looks like there's resistance at these levels, and we might get a failed second entry long here. First entry long, second entry long, failure. So this is really the higher probability trade if it forms. I just took a little bit extra risk. But let's see if we continue working down lower. Let's see if we can get a break below the EMA here. And also the reason I took that lower high is because we might have another one forming actually. But if we look, so we had this sort of parabolic move here, right? And we know that when we have an exhaustion move like that, it's really like an overshoot. So here, not only did we have a clear break and a new high, but if we even analyze this at like a very, very small time frame, we had this mini short-term trend, and then we had overshoot, because when we have a couple strong bars like that are very, very big, depending on the context, it could just mean that there's an exhaustion move. But here, because we're reaching top side of potential trading range, we had a break, pushed to a new high, I thought it was worth the risk to take the lower high when the nice bearish signal bar formed. And also, I want to say the first person officially used my my Apex Trader funding code yesterday. So I made a nice $5. Let's go. But thank you if it's any of you watching. Appreciate it. But it makes sense that we're having some congestion in this area, just because, I mean, kind of like what we were talking about before. Even though I have this wider term trading range drawn, and a lot of other people do, it doesn't mean that it's set in stone. But because there's traders who see this, there's obviously going to be some resistance at these areas. Yeah, and we actually opened right at this price level as well. We might have a second entry long here. Okay, and now we're pushing lower, most likely. We might have a failed second entry long here. First entry long, second entry long. We'll see how this bar prints. So here there's also a couple conflicting patterns. We have this most recent trading range, which we also have to take into account. So it might just be that we're having a failed breakout and want to push higher again before working lower. And then at an overall context, if this wider term trading range is valid, we're also going from the highs and want to push back to the lows naturally. So many conflicting ideas, patterns to take into account. Because even if you look at this as a short-term leg. We haven't had a test at this new high. We had a break of it, no test at a new high. So we'll see if we do come back, test this high before then either working higher or lower. But we might have a nice higher low here because continuation of the second entry long. But we couldn't close above the EMA. Oh, it is lagging a lot? How much is it lagging? I think it might be like 5 seconds or so. I don't think it's too much. But let me know. Is it just a couple seconds or are you talking like 10, 20 seconds? 2 bars, really? Because I mean, I just checked it on my phone, my own live stream, and it seems like it's just a couple seconds on my end. Okay, and we did test this new high like we thought. Yeah, you might. Are you TT? Are you for sure that you're at the yeah, at live right now? Because it should just be a couple seconds, not 2 hours in terms of a lag time. Yeah, 2 or 3 seconds makes sense. That's what I thought. TT, let me know if that's all fixed on your end now. Yeah, I mean the bars are moving pretty fast, but it should just be a couple seconds in terms of the lag. Wait, so Greg, um, even if you're watching the stream live, it'll sometimes lag, and then you have to manually go back to live. All right, and just as I was explaining, it made sense that we had to test this high before moving back down, but we also had this strong leg up, so it could just be a clear decisive break, new high, and then all the shorts were ready to pile in. Okay, that makes sense. So now I think we're definitely targeting the low of the day. Let's see if we draw a wide trading range where the midline is. And yep, the midline is right where we ended up bouncing. So this is just market geometry at play. We still might even work eventually at the end of the day to the high, but I think at the moment this lower half of the trading range is definitely in play. All right, so let's see. Will we have the clear break, new low, and then reverse back up, or keep working down? We'll have to wait and see. All right, we're almost an hour into the market open. Not quite yet. 50 minutes. Took one trade so far. But yeah, I'll definitely have to upgrade the live stream soon. I need a new camera and some lighting equipment and maybe even a new streaming setup with more computing power. But if I get more subscribers, then we can talk about that. I don't want to upgrade yet before I'm famous on YouTube, before the million subs comes. Alright, and it looks like we're continuing to work lower. We'll see if we test the low of the day, and then we could just be in for even more selling pressure once we get there. Okay, we have a first entry short. Even if we get a second entry short, I don't know if I'm gonna take it, because I mean, let's see if we can fit a wide term trend, something like that. Doesn't look that accurate right now. To me, it looks like we have leg working down, clear break, new low, and we actually might start working up again. But let's see if we have a second entry short here. And yeah, that makes sense. So people are, hey Greg, so yeah, I mean, you always want to look for a second entry short in the correct market context. So obviously, I mean, there's always going to be a couple conflicting patterns, but we had this leg down, we had a clear break, new low, so a second entry short isn't really valid, despite the one fact that we're expecting to potentially test the lows. But even if we're expecting to go lower, you could make the argument that we're in overall trading range and we're just looking to work higher. So when we have a couple conflicting patterns, it's always best to just respect the most previous legs. So we had a clear downtrend, break new low. So I'm not looking to go short until I'm sure that we are working lower, because if you also look at it, we have this leg that we haven't had a new high of. So we had a break, we haven't tested this new high, so traders are also going to target this. And maybe they were just waiting for the opportunity to look for the reversal pattern. I mean, it just depends on the volatility of the market. There can be large moves no matter what day it is. Potential second entry short here, but we're just too far away from the EMA. So when is it possible to widen the trend channel? I mean, you can widen it as soon as once again you feel like a wide uptrend or wide downtrend is valid, something that fits the price action neatly. So if we're looking at this uptrend, even if you don't draw any wide uptrend and you just focus on the short-term legs, so we have this short-term leg up, we had a break, new high, we had another leg up, break, new high, or you can look at it as, because we had so many legs up, then it's okay to widen the uptrend because it fits with at least 3 or so touches on either side. Okay, we tested this high, which was expected because price action rules do like to be followed. I might try to pick a top right there. Looks like the move went a little too quickly. So right now, let's see, can we draw a wide uptrend? Maybe. So let's leave that there for now, because it looks like to me there are a couple valid touches. So we have 1 touch, 2 touches, 3 touches, 4 touches. This is about to be a 5th touch, and then on the top side, looks like we got confirmed at least twice. But if we look at it from a short-term leg perspective, I mean, we had this. It's hard to fit really, but we can look at something maybe like this with a break and a new high. But I think it is more valid to have this uptrend because it encompasses every possible move, because in this case the legs aren't very consistent in the way that they're moving up. So that's honestly a sign when you can widen the channel. When we're just slowly grinding up and you can't really fit a nice neat short-term trend like this, because these short-term extra thin trends are really good for legs, but when you do have a significant move, then it makes sense to draw a wide-term uptrend. And yeah, I mean, now we could just be on our way to test the high of the day. So let's get a second entry long. And I do like to focus on the thin trend channels when we are actually looking at a counter trend leg. So like right now, I like to draw the thin downtrend, and I don't want to take a long until we have a clear break and a new low of it. Build a second entry longs off the EMA are always nice. We might get one here. We had this leg working down. We have a break of it. If we get a test at a new low, second entry long. Seems like a textbook setup. But first entry right now. No second entry. Looks like a second entry might form right here though. We'll see. We have a clear leg. First entry long. Another leg down. Looking to test the low. There we go. So we had a break and a new low. Let's see how the next signal bar forms. And it looks like we might just be reversing, but we'll see. TT, what are you referring to? That would help. The latency, I mean, how is it working right now? Do you have to manually click live, and does it just lag if you don't do that. We did have a second entry long, but it was below the EMA. Let's see if we can get a higher low. But if we also look at this uptrend, we have to note that we didn't reach the top side before pushing down. Let's see how this higher low forms. If we do have a higher low. But yeah, no clear direction at the moment. We just gotta wait for a clear signal. So we can also even just focus on the most recent leg, because now that we're reversing, maybe that previous uptrend we had wasn't really valid. So even if we just focus on the most recent uptrend, we had a recent uptrend, break, new high, and then reversed. Or if you did want to leave the wide uptrend, we were bouncing off of it, nice and neat. We didn't reach the top side, and then we reversed. So we have another lower high here. Let's see, we might have a convincing move down. But I guess not at the moment. Looks like we're just crawling at the moment. Sometimes that happens on Fridays, just slow movement. But maybe later in the day it'll pick up. We're really just in no man's land at the moment though. What's going on, Dylan? You took that trade? Yeah. In real time, I mean, it was a bit of a risk just because that that resistance was there, but the overall trading range wasn't really proven. But we had the clear uptrend break, exhaustion move to a new high, and when the lower high formed with a nice bearish bar, it was a good trade in my eyes. Yeah, triple test. Actually, I didn't even realize. Yeah, it was a second entry short. Okay. Thanks, Greg. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Give me a like, spread the word to the trading community. Moo Trades is here. And yeah, once again, thank you if you're the one watching. I got my first person to use my affiliate link to Apex Trader Funding yesterday. So I made a nice $5 commission. Okay. And now it looks like we can draw this wide downtrend because we're just getting several confirmations. And once again, we're just slowly working down, which honestly is a sign where you can draw the wider term downtrend. And we'll just have to wait and see if this continues. We might have to adjust it a little bit, or if we break out and go higher, we might have to scrap it completely. But it looks like we're just working our way down. We honestly might get one of those just very volatile moves, but too early to tell at the moment. Hopefully we get a second entry short, test the EMA one more time, trap some longs, and then go down. But it could just go down without us. Okay, so there we have a first entry short. Might have a second entry short here. It is pretty congested. So I might redraw that wide term downtrend, but right now I think it might be a little more accurate just to have this short term leg down. We had a break, couple tests to a new low, and then we're just in a congestion area. I am gonna draw this short term leg up. So even if we get a second entry short here, according to my own rules, I really, well, actually, looks, yeah, okay, that worked out, but went too fast to enter. It happens though. And we'll see if this congestion holds or we do continue working lower. Oh, it's really 1 minute, the delay? Alright, I'll change the settings for the next stream because I think right now it's at normal latency. I'll change it to low. But when I check my phone and look at the stream, it's only a few seconds. Nice, you're in Houston? My brother's out in Midland, Texas. I haven't been out to Texas though. Failed second entry long right here. Or I guess we had a mini new high right there, but it's a lower high. Yeah, I don't know why that is, because I don't know, for some people it's a delay of about 1 minute, but others have been saying that it's only a few seconds. But I think if you make sure you're always just at the very most, I mean, if you just click live, it should just be a couple seconds lag. We actually have a second entry long, potentially. Yeah, I think we're heading to the bottom of the range. Okay. Good to hear. Good to hear that. Yeah, I think the way the stream is set up, you just have to manually hit live every, I don't know, every so often just to make sure you're live. Okay, we got 2 people from Houston. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, TT, I think it's because my latency is set on normal, but next live stream I'll set it to low. Man, we got a bunch of people from Texas out here. Honestly, Texas is a good time zone. 8:30 start time for the market. Don't have to wake up too early. You can do a little workout if you want to before you start trading, but 6:30's been a grind. If I don't go to bed early, not not fun waking up with not great sleep. Okay, hopefully we actually test the EMA or go to the top side of this most recent congestion and then we get a short opportunity. Here's a high or low. See if we get a second entry short. I do think we'll probably, yeah, reach the top side of this congestion and then might work lower again. Let's see if we can get a failed breakout. Okay, we have that breakout. Let's see if we can get a second entry short. Almost. All right, Greg, we'll see who's proven right. I mean, but there's always going to be those conflicting patterns. I might reverse course and look for a long if a long sets up nicely, but we could really be headed down in my opinion, or in the short term headed up and then going all the way to the top side. But yeah, I mean, like right now, failed second entry short might appear, but it doesn't look like it at the moment. So if we get a lower high here, I'm gonna go short, but I'm not gonna take this failed second entry short with this much congestion. It might just be a short trap, a trap of a failed second entry short. But it makes sense, we're just testing this midline. We've bounced here many times. I would like to see a test of this high, because we had this leg working up. So if we have a break and a new high, then hopefully we can have a failed breakout. Short opportunity. All right, thanks for tuning in, Greg. Have a good one. Have a good one. See you on Monday. Peace out. Thanks for joining once again. And now we do have that break and a new high. Let's see if this turns into a failed breakout. This is an inside bar. I would have hoped that this bearish looking bar had a matching high. So hopefully we can get a lower high. Okay, if we get a lower high, if we break above this bar and then go lower, I'm going to go short. No opportunity to go short. No lower high. But I mean, at least it's good practice on the chart reading skills. So we're clearly in a congestion. Still thinking to look for shorts once we reach the top side. Had a clear break, new high. If we had a matching high right here with this nice bearish signal bar, I would have taken that as well, but being that it was an inside bar, very high risk, wasn't worth it in my eyes. We still could get a lower high. But I think a sharp move is coming soon. Let's see if we get a lower high here. Who knows? Maybe we reverse here. There we go. We'll have to just change course maybe. Higher high, exactly. Might be even playing off something like this. But who knows? Who knows if this is valid? We do have several touches. Looks like a hidden second entry short might form here. Went without us, unfortunately. Yeah, so sometimes when you use a limit order like that, you don't catch quick moves, but it was a hidden second entry short. Now if we get a lower high, I'm definitely going short. But man, finally we get a nice setup. And we get punished for not using a market order. We might get another push up and then a lower high though. No good opportunity, unfortunately, to go short. Now we might just keep working down though. Man, we would have caught a nice runner if we used a market order up here. I think now we're working lower. Yeah, I really, really wanted to take this short. I'm pissed that I didn't use a market order. Happens though. Let's see if we get this lower high and then trap some more. You're in short, nice, Keith, nice. I almost actually, I was thinking of putting a sell stop right here at this 3956.25 level, but we didn't get the break above to actually form that lower high. Man, if I had gotten in here around, would have been about a 15-point runner at this point. Yeah, it definitely sucks to see when you had a order didn't get filled and then the prices move down without you like that. But sometimes you gotta just deal with that. Man, that would have been a nice move to catch. I don't know when it'll be when the next setup appears though. Yeah, I had a nice runner yesterday. but anything that happens the day before, I always try to forget about. No, I didn't. No, I don't email Mac like that. Me and him aren't buddies. But I do watch his videos still. Oh, I know what you're referring to. Yeah, I saw his video yesterday. Yeah, I think he said, yeah, he said someone emailed him, and it was their first runner. But I think it was a beginner trader probably. But man, this could have been if I had entered here. Let's say 61. The way I trail my runners, I would have gotten out right here because I always trail it one tick above any swing high. So it would have been about a 13, 14 point runner. Yeah, I run all the time. You got in at 60. Are you still in it? Would the runner end up being 10 points? 10 points or so? But at least we're getting some movement now. None of this choppiness before. $12, not bad at all. Man, you might as well just take the rest of the day off, enjoy the Friday. Yeah, so we had a break and a new low of this leg down. We might reverse, but I think in the long term, we're going to test this low. Short term might be working up a little bit. Trading every day till you get rich. That's the plan, man. That is the life. All right, second entry short formed pretty fast. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Maybe I should have respected this short-term leg up though. Yeah, we're bouncing off the order. Hopefully we continue working lower. Maybe I'll keep the runner. But man, that's why I like to actually enter one tick before I did. I made a mistake. Because I would have already scalped and been out. But let's see what happens. Okay, there we go. I might want to just take the second contract out. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Second entry short. But I probably, looking back, I really don't even like that trade. We had a clear break and a new low. We have to respect this leg up as well. But sometimes you're just going for a scalp. You can take a little risk. Okay, so now we have that break and a new high. Overall, it looks like we're having a second entry short. One leg up, break, another leg up. Man, this bar's just so big already. It's like a 6-point risk. Hopefully we can get a lower high here. Okay, we might be getting a lower high right here. Let's see what happens. Okay, lower high might be forming. Not at the moment. Alright, it's been about 2 hours of live streaming. I'm getting kind of hungry. Might need to go eat some breakfast. Second entry short might be an option here. New low. First entry short. But we could just be reversing. If we raise this range, could just be that this is really the low of the range. Yeah, no real action, man. Fridays sometimes can be like that. We might have a sort of wider downtrend like this. I'll leave it on for now. Let's see if this range that I have drawn also comes into play. Not proven yet, but looks like we're just in a zone of congestion. Yeah, there's a ton of support right here. We go to a daily. I mean, the daily just looks so congested too, so range-like. On the 5-minute chart, okay, makes sense. I mean, yeah, there's so many mini ranges at this level. Yeah, I used to look at higher time frames, but I don't know, I think it's more simple, at least for me, just to focus on one chart. Because if you start focusing on multiple charts, it can be sometimes too much information. Because all you really need, if you take the time to really master price action, is on the 2000 tick chart. Obviously, other charts can help. I used to use 5,000, 10,000 tick chart just to refer, but I realized sometimes it's just better, for me at least, not to have it. Yeah, with max system, it's not needed. Okay, we might have a lower high with a second entry short. Yeah, but we just don't want to go lower. Yeah, I mean, it depends how you trade, Keith. If you're just going for scalps with runners, you can stick to that system. If you want to integrate different types of trading, some swing trades, then yeah, obviously you have to incorporate different charts. I mean, when you say real move, how many points do you try to get out of certain trades? Like, what's your trading style? Okay, let's see if we can get a second entry long and then a failure of that. Minimum 1 to 2. Okay. But what do you mean? What do you mean when you say real moves? Are you talking about like 20, 30, 40 points? Or do you scalp and have run? Like, do you use max system? Okay, we might have a second entry long that fails. Oh, I see what you're saying. Man, so many poor signal bars. We might be trying to test the high of this most recent leg as well. But to me, I think overall context wise, we're still looking to go short. But I mean, there have been a couple good setups today. I'm still kind of pissed about not being able to get into this short right here. But maybe we can get another convincing move coming up. We'll have to just wait it out. Okay, so we did get a test of this new high. But we did have this leg down as well. So yeah, even if you were expecting to move higher and you took this second entry long right here, I think you have to respect this short-term downtrend. But we might have a trend like this, so maybe if I had that drawn, I could have recognized that we were going higher, but I think it was too early to tell at that point. So we'll see. I mean, there's still the possibility we work all the way up back to the highs of the day. Never want to count anything out. But looking back, actually this long, I mean, the one thing to consider is this short-term leg down. But if you're counting from this low, it's a failed second entry short combined with a second entry long. But it's hard to tell at that point of the day if we were even going to work higher. I think I might end the stream soon, but I'll be back on Monday. I'll wait a few more minutes though, see if we get a setup here. All right, peace out, Keith. Peace out. Thanks for joining the stream once again. Have a good one. Have a good one. Enjoy the weekend. Okay. I'm going to end the stream once we either have a second entry long, or if we don't, then I'm gonna head out. But I'm going to wait a few more minutes, see if we get a two-legged pullback here. If not, I'm also going to be heading out. Okay. All right, I'm going to go get some breakfast, but I'll see you guys on Monday. I appreciate everyone tuning in. Have a good one. Peace out.